You're listening to Inside Real Estate, your source for all things mortgage and real estate related. The show that brings you all the hottest topics and insights directly from those who know it most. Now sit back and enjoy the show.
Sit back, crack a beer, light up a joint. We are Inside Real Estate. Paul Apostolakis, Salvatore Cusmano, Brad Weisgerber. Thank you all for listening. We are very thankful for all the reviews that we've been getting on Apple iPod thing.
On the iStore.
Yeah. We're also on Pandora now. Pandora actually put us on their platform. Pandora is actually very surprisingly very picky about who they put on their podcast.
They just put us on there, or did we try to get
Well, no, I requested
okay.
it, and they accepted it, which is weird because I don't think they listened to any of them. So today we have a really cool guest. I talked to him on the phone. He is like super down to earth. Michael T. Moore, how you doing, sir?
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here, I guess.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. He hails from NextHome in Rochester.
Yes.
He lives in that little bubble we call Rochester, Michigan, where everybody knows everyone, and it's very Caucasian.
It is.
It's a very Caucasian part of the world. So, Michael, first and foremost, you go with Michael T. What's up with the T? Because I Googled Michael Moore, and I realized that maybe there's a reason why.
Yeah, there's a few reasons. One is growing up, my grandparents always used to call me Michael T, or maybe I started calling myself that. I have no idea, but it started from when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
And then there's actually a few Mike Moores in real estate.
Okay.
And just to differentiate myself from them, I just threw in the middle initial because it kind of makes it unique. And then also, there is the other me name in Michigan that I have to explain to some people that I'm Mike Moore from Michigan, but I'm not that one.
Yeah.
I'm the other one.
We maybe had him on the show. I was like, what?
Yeah, no.
No.
I fit in this chair, so it's not him.
Ooh, there it is. There it is.
Man.
Shots fired. Mike Moore could probably use Michael Moore could probably use some gastric bypass. So,
Jeez, shots fired.
Yeah, Michael Moore, if you're listening, which you're not.
He's not.
Yeah, have a good day today. So, Michael, obviously, I want to talk to you about your story, kind of figure out, what got you into real estate, why you do this crazy thing that we call real estate, and also we'll go through it, and we've got some real estate myths from Inman that we're going to go through that I think are interesting to talk about. So first and foremost, man, how did you get into real estate? Why are you doing real estate? And you've got great hair, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Real good hair.
It's all there.
Yeah, it's all there. Yeah.
So I had a really cool job for like 12 years. I was doing, logistics and transportation.
Logistics.
Yeah, I was at FedEx. So,
Okay.
I started as a driver and I moved up the corporate ladder and I ended up being one of the youngest regional employees in history of FedEx. And
How old are you?
I was 27 when I got the regional job. So,
Okay.
For some odd reason, they thought I knew what I was doing. And so I was teaching people how to drive the trucks. I was helping build safety platforms. I was traveling. I was in a hotel 5 nights a week. It was an interesting life, but it was cool. I mean, I got free food.
There you go. Yeah.
They did some corporate restructuring, and I actually had the opportunity to take a buyout to leave FedEx, which kind of where they were going and the possibility I was going to have to move to a different part of the country and leave the bubble.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do that. So I kind of got to choose what I wanted to do, and I sat down and I was talking with a lot of my friends about, what should I do? I kind of retired a little bit, I guess, in my early 30s. And they said, you've always liked real estate. Even when I was a little kid, people would come over and I'd give them a tour of the house. Like,
That was your
I
thing.
don't know why.
That was your jam, right?
Yeah. But it just seemed cool. And I always watched the $1 Million Listing shows. And
it's just like that.
I mean, it's exactly what I figured it would be. So I took the class, and it seemed a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. And then I actually started getting out there and showing houses, and it just deteriorated so quickly as far as what I thought it was.
So you're saying the test and getting licensed wasn't the easy part?
No, I think my shoe could get a license. It's the matter of understanding, how to actually be good at it. And relate with people. And I guess that's one thing I was really fortunate if I can usually relate to about anyone.
Yeah.
Everyone puts their pants on, for the most part, one leg at a time, unless they're one of those
through
people, unless
them.
they jump into them,
yeah.
which, cool. I mean, you have a special talent. Go on America's Got Talent.
Took a lot of face plants, yeah.
But it's a lot different than what I thought it would be. And as it grew and as I got more experienced, I started enjoying it a lot more.
When did you start this, by the way? What year was it?
2014.
2014, okay.
Yeah. Started a boutique real estate company, I think it took me 3 or 4 deals to break $100,000 in sales. I mean, the first house I sold was $33,000.
When did you start the boutique?
Some hammers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like small business.
Yeah.
I've always supported small business. I always thought small business is good, and I think a boutique was good for me because it kind of, in a really good way, threw me to the wolves and said, "Get out there and do it." Because I'm not one of those learn by sitting at a desk kind of guys. I'm not one of those I can read it and retain it really, really well. I have to physically do what I need to do to learn it and retain it, and that's kind of what really helped me.
That's awesome. So you start this boutique, you're kind of new in the business, and so how do you now start like building a base of clients, right? Because that's the hardest part. Everybody, right. Everybody that gets in the business, they think, "Oh, I'll just sell a house." I know some people, but the reality is you've got to go out there and actually build a book of business and get your name out there.
And it's still a struggle. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's still a struggle today. Sure. My second client I ever had was the sellers of the house that my first buyers ever bought. They said, "Well, we don't like our realtor. We want to use you." And I was like, "Okay." Yeah. So they ended up buying a house that was less than what I, had my clients buy their house for. So $33,000, then $24,000.
You're really killing it.
Yeah, I was killing it. I was crushing it. But that was the hardest $500 I've ever earned in my life.
Yeah.
No, I kind of was watching what a lot of the successful people around me were doing, the agents that I had known and built friendships with. And, honestly, and I know it's not the most popular thing, but Zillow was a really helpful tool for me to get started. It got me out in front of people that I never in my life would have met. It introduced me to people that, wanted to buy homes, had questions, and it made me stronger because if they asked me a question I did not know, I wouldn't make up the answer. I would
figure it out.
I'd be like, "Let me check and I'll get back with you."
Yeah.
I wasn't too proud to ask for help.
So that's good. So you went into the Zillow, got the leads, got the reps.
Yeah.
Right? Got in front of a lot of people. And that was probably when Zillow was probably not as saturated.
No, I mean, I even looked this morning. Every zip code
It's gone.
is gone around here.
Yeah.
So if you have it, I guess hold on to it. Otherwise,
but it's not as good anymore.
If you have it, work it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You have to work it. I mean, even some of the ones that ghost you for a while, just randomly reach out to them. And every once in a while, you get one that you haven't talked to in 6 months, or you got a lead a year ago, and you just reach out to them, like, "Hey, want to see what's up?" And they'll be like, "Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready now, man.
I'm ready now."
Yeah.
I was dipping my toe in. I was just I hit the wrong button, whatever, and thanks for reaching out.
Yeah. Yeah, Zillow's kind of funny like that because the sales cycle is pretty long. I mean, people don't go to Zillow, fill their information out, and all of a sudden, a week later, they buy a house.
No,
right?
so rarely. I mean, I'm working with some people right now where within 2 weeks of the initial call, I had their house on the market, and we have an offer in on a house they were going to buy.
But that's atypical.
It's so rare, few and far between that actually happens.
I think that we, as on the lender side, at least with our company, with some of our co-marketing or partners, take for granted the leads, right? Like we see all these leads come in, and I almost take it as a referral. But I looked at my business, right, and what I've closed. I wonder how much of it originated from
a Zillow
or whatever. I just, hey, so and so told me to call you. I'm like, oh, sweet, a referral. Well, that came from our co-marketing spend, right? But they did the work of curating the client, and essentially we
end up getting that.
Finance, but.
And I looked at my business from last year. I think I closed about 40 homes and, just shy of $10 million. 80% of my business last year came from either a Zillow lead or someone who was a Zillow lead and a referral from years past.
Wow.
So
that's a big number.
It was huge.
Yeah.
You have the one-offs where, someone just organically came to me, but, that has been.
Well, your friends and family only go so far.
Yeah, I mean.
You only buy so many houses.
Yeah, I mean, I'm at an age where my friends are usually buying the house that they're going to be in for the next foreseeable future. Their kids are going to go to school where they live. So I'm kind of out of selling my friends' houses.
Right. Yeah.
That's done.
Yeah.
And that is funny. Like I get a lot of referrals from friends.
Yeah.
Like because I'm at the point where now people are getting into that second home, right? Like first kids or whatever, or just got married.
So I'm obviously
and then they do that.
significantly older than you.
I don't know.
I'm 39. Sal's 30?
31.
31.
Yeah, I'm 40.
Yeah, 40. When did you hit
all
40, buddy? You look good for 40. I mean, you got the grays, but you're
feel like I'm 70 some days. But
is that Grecian formula? Because it looks amazing.
No, it's more salt than pepper for sure.
Yeah. So you really rely on Zillow heavily, and it's funny to me because there's so many mixed reviews about Zillow, but the reality is that's where people go to look for houses now. You know what I mean?
It's a staple. It's not going anywhere.
It is. Yeah, it's so funny. A lot of people slam it, but like,
I think the people that slam it are the shitty agents that don't work it properly.
Well, I mean, I could build a dresser in my garage and put my clothes in it in my bedroom. I genuinely could, but it's a lot easier to go to a store. And that's what clients are doing and customers are doing. They're going where the houses are to be found. Right. And I mean, it's not the most popular thing to say, but Zillow is a huge resource.
Yeah.
I think I heard it on the show a week or two ago. No one's going to my website to look for houses. They're just not. I mean, they're just Googling me to see if I exist and, if I have any weird stuff about me. That's it.
And as you found out real quick, you could open a sweet office, build a badass website, have all the knowledge in the world, but this isn't like a build it and they will come business.
No, you're a tool.
Yeah. It's a pipeline.
It's a pipeline.
You don't have like sweet widgets.
Yeah,
right?
no, absolutely.
Sweet widget.
Yeah. And by the way, Mike, when I talked to him on the phone, he actually had listened to our show. He was like, "Yeah, I like your show." I'm like, "Wow, there's one fan.
Never happens.
One fan in Metro Detroit."
I'm looking forward to the autograph session.
Yeah. So that's interesting. So so do you rely on any CRMs or and how do you kind of mine your database from, because you get a lot of leads from Zillow all the time, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of them aren't ready right now. So how do you stay in front of them? That's the biggest thing. How do you keep in contact? How do you know what I mean?
Facebook's huge. Just having that presence on Facebook with them.
Yeah.
And just constant, text messages or emails. I mean, yes, a CRM will work really, really well, and I do utilize it. It's not my favorite tool.
Yeah.
And I guess that's probably not going to be a popular statement either, but
That's okay, yeah.
I like the personal reach out. I like the personal communication. When I'm the consumer, I don't like the generic emails, text messages,
It's
phone
annoying,
calls.
bro, yeah.
I don't like it. It's not my thing.
How easy is it when you're on the phone with someone, which I'm sure a lot more people do than I'm thinking, right? But like, I'll be talking to a client or an agent or whatever, and I'll just type their name while I'm on the phone with them in Facebook. Right? What's this person look like?
Yeah.
And imagine
Fucking creep.
But
No,
it's
you kinda have to.
You have to, bro.
I bet a lot of people do that, and if not,
I've never even
maybe
thought
I'm a
about doing
creep,
that.
right? But
Before I call anybody, I
imagine,
Really?
on Zillow, hey, I saw you. I just invited you to like my page. Keep an eye out.
No,
Yeah.
You'll be constantly in front of that person. Because
I feel like that would
unlike
freak me
our
out.
Facebooks or your Facebook, where we have 100 million agents, it's like,
Yeah. Well, and quite frankly, I'm meeting these people at houses. I have no idea what they look like, and sometimes I'm not the only agent, and they're not the only client seeing the house at that time. And it's the first time I'm meeting them. I kind of want to know what they look like.
Yeah.
I don't want to be that guy like going up talking to someone and be like, "Ah, shit, wrong guy."
Yeah.
You stand outside the front of the house with a cardboard thing that says John.
Yeah, it's not the airport. I'm not giving a ride home.
Facebook's like one of the best CRMs because it has everything personal about the person that you can think of, right?
Yeah.
We should go pitch it to him.
Well, and sometimes LinkedIn's good too.
LinkedIn's pretty good, yeah.
I get people wanting to see a $600,000 house. Well,
Let's see what
if
you do,
you
bro.
can afford that house, 9 times out of 10, you have a LinkedIn profile and you have a good job. If you don't exist online, very rarely do I feel that you're probably going to be.
That's how we pre-proof someone, is we just look at their
yeah.
LinkedIn. If we issue pre-approvals based on
Do a
that.
digital
That's how it
fingerprint
was,
search.
right? Back in the day.
Yeah, you breathe. Yeah, no credit, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's interesting. So now we're in 2020.
Yep.
You're kind of matured in your business, right?
Sure.
Are you just going to keep doing what you've been doing? Or, what are your thoughts now?
I'm trying to grow. I'm one of those weird people where if I'm happy, I'm content. I don't feel it's complacent. I'm in a good spot with the family, with the business. But yeah, I do want to grow. I do want to keep. A huge part of my old job was teaching people how to grow their business with what they were doing. I like doing that with this.
Mm-hmm.
Do I want to take someone fresh out of real estate school and help them grow their business? I don't know. But,
Pretty
someone who's
labor-intensive,
maybe, someone who's maybe reached a plateau where it's, $2, $3, $4 million a year and wants to figure out how to grow. I think it's fun to try to figure out if we can do that.
Yeah.
Because you can lead a horse to water, but
yeah.
They got to do
It's
the work.
It's
Yeah.
a challenge in this business, though, right? Because
It
like
is.
with FedEx, it's like, hey, we have these routes that you have to drive, right?
It
It's
sounds
a
that
job,
easy,
it's
right?
there. Well,
Only turn
I
right.
get it, but there's a job to be done that doesn't require necessarily.
It's more science than art. And I think
It is.
real estate's more art than science.
No, it is. It's a compassion art where you have to understand people and what they want. And I'm a firm believer we've never sell them a house. Like, I don't show someone a house that they hate and sell it to them.
Yeah, you should buy this piece of shit.
Yeah,
right?
it just doesn't work that way.
Right.
I'm basically a facilitator of the paperwork and the back end stuff. They love the house or they hate the house. I can't change that.
You know what I just, honest to God, I
Grinds my
can't
gears.
do and I hate, and people always say you should do this, maybe they're right, maybe they're wrong, but I hate calling someone and saying, you're like, oh, well, if you're not ready, do you know someone who is? I hate that. There's this haberdasher that calls me like once a month.
This haberdasher calls me too.
Are they based out of
What's a
Southfield?
haberdasher?
I don't
know,
I
bro.
think
Yeah,
so. I'm
yeah.
like, bro,
I don't need a
He's like,
fucking
can you
shirt.
do me just one solid favor? Can you refer me? I'm like, dude, no. Like,
no,
I'm sorry. I don't, and I
Can you
feel
let me
like
harass one of your friends?
The worst is when you actually get the call, like, "Hey, I know your friend Jason Pace."
Oh, man.
and I'm like, "Oh yeah, okay, man, what's up?" He's like, "Do you want a suit on my hair?" I'm like, "Fuck, Pace, you gave him my number, bro.
Yeah,
like that's
like,
a shitty thing to do."
But what you do is the friends that you know that you can kind of mess with, you give them their number.
Well, I put them in Zillow.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Oh,
we signed our boy up for the Marines.
Oh my god, are you serious?
Yeah, but
No way, bro.
I don't know. I feel like,
Signed him up for the Marines.
but I feel
a
like
little-
you know, and if you do a good job, people will just refer you.
Yeah.
Right, and you stay in front of them in other ways. Hey, how's the house? Not like, hey, we closed. Remember me? Do you
No.
have anyone that you know?
Yeah, that's just not me. I'm just not
super
that
cheesy.
guy.
yeah, it's tough in our
Just
world.
came to mind because of the haberdasher.
Yeah,
Killed
well,
me.
look, I think
I'm
marketing.
gonna Google this word.
It's a good word.
I don't know
Haberdashers
what
a
it
good word.
is.
They make suits.
Make suits. Dude.
Those guys.
Fancy men's warehouse.
You need one, bro.
Yeah, you need a lot of them.
When Brad dresses up
Damn.
with a suit, it's like 9th grade prom. No
Looks like-
offense.
yeah,
but it's like
it's like a trash bag.
I hate you guys.
super long, double
Yeah,
breasted.
he's got
we're
those-
gonna take care of you this summer.
We finally got rid of the square toe shoes. That took a while to get rid of, dude.
I think I still have some of those in the
Yeah,
closet.
but, yeah, from 1994.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Patent leather.
Yeah. So yeah, I think in today's world, I think people want authenticity.
Yeah.
They don't want to feel like they're being sold. Drip campaigns are garbage. Like, hey, happy birthday, buy a mortgage. No, dude, nobody cares, right? And like, people will tune you out. Like, I was listening to a podcast on the way in today, and K-Dub, for whatever they do great stuff, but their thing is 33 touch points a year, right? That's a lot of touch points. You will tune someone out very quickly if they keep talking to you. 33 times is a lot. That's like,
I don't even talk to my best friend 3 times.
that's over 3 times a month, right?
Yeah, I don't talk to my best friend that much.
No, dude. I
It's-
don't want to talk to Kel. Like, thanks for the happy birthday, dude. Like, nobody cares.
Yeah.
Give me some value. Be authentic, and then then people will choose to do business with you. So that's how I think we approach it. But like, there are a lot of companies out there that are still doing kind of the old hat stuff.
If it works for them, it works for them.
It sure does because their net's big enough.
Yeah,
where
I
they
think
can.
that can work for certain people.
Yeah.
certain people are just like that.
Yeah,
You know,
what works for me does not work for everyone. And
Sure.
What works for other people is not necessarily going to work.
There's
for
a
me.
lot of ways to do this business, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So kudos to you for not being douchey. That's
Thank
a
you.
good
Thank you.
thing. Yeah,
That's-
yeah.
That's what I wake up every morning, look in the mirror.
That's good. No douches.
He's
No
got it
douche.
written on the mirror. You are not a douche.
I should.
He literally holds
Nah,
it.
my old lady would kill me if I wrote on the mirror.
With like
so.
Really?
finger, like a traced handprint, so we can high five it.
No, you can't have handprints on the windows or mirrors.
You've got a real good like girl at home, huh? We were talking earlier. She cooks every night. Almost.
No, it's good. And
What's her favorite? What's her best dish?
lately it's this hot honey chicken. It's like breaded chicken with like this hot
that
honey on
sounds
it. It's
good.
legit.
What's her worst dish?
Honestly,
Good
eaten a lot
answer.
of,
Good
eaten a
answer.
lot of pork lately, so I mean I'm kind of
You porked out.
I'm done with pork for a hot minute. But
Yeah.
we'll have it probably tomorrow.
What'd you guys do? Like buy a pig and like use every part of it?
Yeah, no, we do that HelloFresh thing.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. And
Oh,
we've done it for
nice.
years.
Is it
And-
good?
Yeah, it's good.
It's worth it.
Yeah, it's worth it because you can't do the grocery shopping and the efficiency of just planning a meal as quickly as
Yeah.
it just shows up at your house every Tuesday.
I gotta
pretty
do that.
sweet.
I might want to do that.
It's convenient. I mean, we get the servings for
Is the
4.
food good?
Yeah,
It is.
yeah. I mean, I'd say there's these burgers they have that. I mean, we can't wait for them to come back. But
You're like, it's burger day.
I'd say 1 out of every 20 meals is just okay.
Yeah.
and everything else is good.
Really?
And you can alter it. I mean,
And it's
there's-
pretty healthy too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Wow.
we try to eat healthy and
That's awesome, dude.
live that life.
So let me ask you this: do you have other agents in your boutique, or is
Yeah,
it
we have 5 agents total right now.
okay?
Lean and mean to me is good.
Yeah.
I don't have a fondness of the warm body agents. They're just not my.
You're not just trying to put like humans in a room.
No, I mean,
that's not what you're doing.
No. I think it's like padding the muscles in your shirt if you just put Kleenex in there. I mean, you just have agents to have agents. It doesn't do you any good.
No,
It's part of your reputation, and quite frankly, if you're just a real estate agent just to say you are and you're not actually being productive, great. I mean, that's good. Go do it where you want to do it, but I'm not going to be the guy who wants to have you.
Yeah. So that's pretty sweet, man. So you've got a good little thing going. You're like plugging away. Where's your office?
Downtown Rochester.
Yeah.
If I walk out the back door, I actually have free parking, which for me is
It's a big deal
I have
in
a
Rochester.
hatred of paying to park. Like,
Yeah.
I was so excited when I got here this morning. It was a free parking lot.
Yeah.
Because it's a car. It's not valet. If someone's not taking my keys, I don't feel I should have to pay. But yeah, I look out my back door of the office, and the Mills building's right there. So
That's
we
awesome.
have a really good spot. I got lucky. My business partner is really handy, and she did a ton of renovation to the office. So I mean, it looks sweet.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I mean, it's not often someone's there. So
Oh.
it happens. It happens.
Mark Pastoria with the Tobe report.
But
There we go.
it's a loaner from the dealership, so I don't care.
You're like, screw it, dude. I'll take you back. I'll take you back home.
I guess I'll Uber for the second time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're talking earlier. Michael T. Moore only Ubered once in his life.
Yeah.
I think I've only Ubered 2 or 3
But
times.
this is, I'll tell you why, because he only drinks in Rochester and he lives a mile away.
No, I like walking.
There
you go.
I'll sleep in my car. I got a big car.
That's very interesting, Michael. Very interesting. So that's awesome, dude. Well, kudos to you on the business that you built.
Thank
So
you.
I kind of want to go through some of these myths. That this is from Inman.
Okay.
So we'll go for the first one, all right? And you're going to basically debunk them for people.
Oh, good.
Real estate agents are paid a salary.
That'd be cool.
This is
That's a myth?
Apparently, yeah. Like,
I am owed a lot of back money then.
yeah. You don't get a salary, right?
I mean, I wish I did.
No, real estate agents don't get
No.
fuck all. You
No,
get-
I mean, I get a check when a house closes.
yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, a salary would be awesome. You can budget. You could know what's coming in next week. You could, plan out your year. No, that's definitely not the case.
Can I tell you something about salaries, though? My opinion, like I've never been paid like a salary that wasn't based on like some production, right? And the idea of me being better at a job than someone else and not getting paid more is just like horrible to me.
I think there's good and bad to it. I mean, I do miss the days of being a salaried employee. I mean, I had great benefits. I had, a constant paycheck. But there's times where I'll sell a house, which would be equal to 6 times my weekly pay at the other job. So there's good and bad.
I guess if you believe in your ability and being greater than others, that you should probably get paid commission on some level.
It's totally a gamble, but yeah, if you can bet on yourself and stand that chance of winning the bet, yeah, absolutely.
It is stressful though, right? Like you have kids, all of a sudden
Oh,
you have
yeah.
babies, and you start a new business, and your wife wants to like leave you. It's interesting, yeah.
Well, no matter how slow it is, or how many bad months you have in a row, the same amount of money goes out
Yeah,
every month.
Yeah.
So the goal is to make more than what goes out, and that doesn't always happen in our business. But
yeah.
I think that agents would see a lot more stability, or anyone in a commission role would see a lot more stability if they had one account that all their money went into, and then they paid themselves a salary out of it. Because you have those months where you're up, especially when you first probably got going, and I'm going to pop into Lucido's real quick, right? Versus
The ice man.
Yeah.
Call that the ice cave.
versus
God bless
hey,
you.
and then you get like a couple dry months. But I found, at least on our end, right, like being owners of our business, paying ourselves a salary has been nice,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, just we pay ourselves a salary, but
But I'm saying, as
absolutely.
opposed to like, let's take big rips,
No.
it's tough. Fat rips. Yeah.
Well, at that point too, when you guys are in your shoes, and I've learned, even just having my own brokerage, is the business has to sustain itself. Being very honest, I haven't spent $1 of my own money to get this brokerage going. We worked out of my house for the first
you're able
4
to
months.
fund it through the business. Yeah.
And it was weird though, because my home address was on all of our advertising, which quite frankly, that was a huge push for me to get an office space.
You
Because
needed to get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like having my home address out there. I mean, anyone listening to this can probably find it really quickly.
Coming over for dinner, by the way.
That's fine.
Order
Come
one
over.
more Hello
We
Fresh.
eat early though. We eat early just because of scheduling. I mean, we have dinner like 5 o'clock every night.
You eat
so
dinner at 5 o'clock.
Holy crap.
What do you do at 9 o'clock when you're hungry?
we're in bed.
Oh.
Bro, we got a 2-year-old. Like,
Yeah. I got you. I got you.
6 o'clock in the morning, getting up, get the oldest one off to school, and then the baby starts screaming.
So Michael's got an 11-year-old and
Now
a
he just
2-year-old.
aged himself.
11-year-old and a
He's in bed by
2-year-old.
night.
Dude, sleep is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, you need it to survive. Yeah,
I like it.
You know, people that sleep, I have to sleep 4 hours a day. I'm like, you're an idiot. You need more sleep than that.
Some people can. I used to be able to when I was in my 20s.
Yeah, you could drink all night long.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be fine.
Be
but no.
functional the
Yeah.
next day.
I'm hungover for 4 days now if I drink. Yeah,
At least, yeah.
At least my liver.
And my back hurts, my knees hurt.
I'm crying.
yeah.
Yeah, I think I have the flu, but I'm just hungover.
Yeah.
All right, next one is the agent keeps all the commission. I think this is actually a misconception. A lot of agents that work for, let's say, like a Keller or some other companies, they're not keeping all the commission. They got to pay either the broker some of that, or that's probably a big push for why you became a broker is you got to maybe have more control over the commissions. But if you work for a lot of these bigger places, a lot of times you're not keeping your whole split, right? There's a split.
You're never keeping all of it no matter what.
Even if you're the owner, right? You've got to pay the bill, right?
Yeah, I have the same split that most of my agents do right now, just because I want to. I believe if I can't do it, I shouldn't ask someone else to do it.
That's super fair.
I kick in as much as everyone else does. That 3% doesn't always go to the agent directly.
Might be
no
more
matter
than
what,
that, right? Yeah.
And even if it does, because I know there are situations around here where they do get the whole entire.
There are.
No, absolutely,
that,
and that works great for some people. You do still have bills and fees that you have to pay to keep that license, just in general, regardless of the brokerage. It's not free to do this, so it is a pay to play, and so you don't get to keep the entire check.
Yeah, just so everybody knows that. Like, and there's some places that take more than others. There's some places that you make like less than 1%, and they take the other 2%. There's a lot of
And
places.
we all have the biggest brokerage of all, the IRS.
That's my best friend.
Man, I love the IRS. All of you at the IRS.
I have a good accountant, though. It took some finding to do to finally find a guy who could make it work for how I'd like it to, and I got a guy who does.
Yeah, we've got the Angels. They do a great job for us.
I won't go to prison.
No. No, you got to be high and tight.
It's not the guy next to the Jets Pizza who's just...
No, he's in an alley. Yeah, it's weird.
Liberty Tax Services.
his desk is a milk crate. It's crazy.
He's not.
Dave's
there's no
taxes,
licensing
bait and
required. He's
tackle.
like, come on in, man.
You have to have a license for that?
No, they don't.
Oh,
They
okay.
smoke cigars and drink bourbon. All right. The typical commission is 6%, right? So basically, this chick is saying that sometimes it's not a full 6%. I guess everything's negotiable, right?
Everything's negotiable. I see people.
You could charge 10% if it's
You
negotiated.
can charge 50%
Yeah.
if you want. I mean,
The contract is the contract. That's what the
Right.
negotiation is. There's a standard in the industry, but nothing is set in stone, right?
no, absolutely not. Sometimes this is one of my pet peeves. Is if a listing agent takes a listing at a discounted commission, why are they lowering the buyer's side commission? The buyer's agent didn't take the discount. That's a pet peeve of mine. So even if I take,
like you go show the house and hey, you're only going to get 2 on this, I'm going to get 2, right?
Yeah. I didn't take the discount. I mean, I'll still show the house. Like, it doesn't affect. Like, if my client likes the house, they like the
gotta
house.
do what the client
I
wants,
do what I got to do. I mean,
Right.
literally, there was a situation one time where things got really, really bad on a deal, and I talked to the seller and I said, "Look, I'll give you $1 if my client could buy your house."
$1.
I gave him $1. Didn't pay me a penny.
Really?
But I gave him $1 so that we could get it done. It was the right condo for the right situation. She had limited funds. There was limited communities that FHA would take where she needed to live for work, and because of her mom's situation. So
You did the right thing by your
I
client.
paid $1 for her to buy a house.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So no, but going back to that, I mean, no, it's there's discounts. Yes, I mean, if I take a discount, I still give the buyer's broker.
You do the right thing.
Yeah,
At that point,
3%.
you're
That's what
doing your client a disservice, which shouldn't be, quote unquote, right?
It shouldn't be. No,
But
it
a buyer's
shouldn't be.
agent is, shit, that one's only paying 2, right?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you see
I heard
really
that
nice
house is
houses
bad,
where there's
right?
a $1 commission on it. Well, yes, I have done the $1 thing where I paid the dollar.
Yeah.
I do think it will hurt that seller in the long run.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
I do.
you're getting what you pay for a lot of times, right?
You 100% are. I mean, I could go buy the clearance rack shoes at Walmart and wear them for a week, and then my foot blows out of them. Or I can just buy
Damn,
some.
dude, I can see my big toe.
Yeah, you don't want that. No one wants to see these, but you get what you pay for sometimes, especially in this transactional basis.
Yeah. The next one, I mean, these are kind of funny. I mean, not funny. An agent's gas, mileage, and other transportation expenses are reimbursed. Who the fuck is doing that?
I mean, in a weird way, yes, they are by
Tax-wise,
your
yeah.
taxes.
Yeah.
But if there's a guy who's paying us back for that, I would like his number.
You don't pay your people's mileage?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Everybody has cars, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
get them all cars.
I buy them cars, give them a gas card.
Teslas, I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lambos.
You're going to have a lot of phone calls tomorrow.
That's
Like,
that,
hey, man.
That's that compliance fee, man.
Yeah, there's a huge compliance fee, by the way, $10,000 a month.
Compliance fee, dude. What is okay. The next one is marketing expenses aren't the agent's responsibility.
Okay, whose are they?
Whoa, we got some feedback, Mark. Mark, we got some feedback. I can hear our voices in our head.
I thought it was just my memory.
Mark,
Yeah, I was like, wait, what?
yeah, like it's my own inner monologue. Like, so Mark is like really good most of the time.
Really?
Yeah. Today I think he's drunk. Are you drunk, Mark? Yeah. So yeah, marketing expenses aren't the agent's responsibility. I mean, that's crazy because you have to market a property. Somebody's got to pay for that.
Yeah, you do. It helps.
How much does let's say you get a listing? How much does it typically cost to market it properly?
It depends. Sometimes you can throw the stick in the ground, or even just think about throwing the sign in the ground, and the house will sell.
You
and
know
just
it's
put
gonna
it
be a
on the
hot
MLS.
house, right.
Other times, I mean, you have expenses. I mean, you need to take professional photos.
Always.
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 There's a
You
bunch
mean you
of.
don't take pictures of you in the background of the bathroom or
Of
sitting on
course.
the toilet?
Yeah. I make sure I'm shirtless too when I do it. That just adds flavor.
Did you see the one where the guy had cocaine put out on the
Yeah.
countertop?
It was in like White Lake or something.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So there's this agent,
saw it,
and there
yeah.
he had like literally lines of cocaine lined up.
The
Like,
agent had.
It was a first sale by owner, I thought.
Must.
Yeah.
Oh, was it for sale
I
by
thought
owner?
so.
It might have been. I
said he
don't
did
know.
it to get attention. It went viral.
It did go
It went
viral.
viral.
I don't know
Yeah.
if the house sold.
Cocaine comes with the house.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Could you imagine like buying a house and there's like little packets of cocaine everywhere?
No?
You just find your kids, your dogs are finding
Yeah. What's this powder?
I'd be a lot more productive.
Yeah.
No,
like-
I remember when I have it saved somewhere on my computer. There was a picture of the front of the house when I first started in real estate. I saw it on the MLS and I screenshotted it. There's a dog taking a dump in the front yard.
I've seen it.
Yeah, I saved that,
Yeah.
and it makes me so happy.
Yeah, but like, just people don't take the time. I mean, look, some agents, like you said, you could put your sign on the ground. It's a perfect house.
Yeah.
It sells fast, right? No matter how shitty it is. But that person probably should have sold it by owner, like at that point, right?
No,
Like,
and other times you need to do flyers. You know, I know some people do mailers. I know that there's the Facebook pushes. I do really weird ads on Facebook where I'll be sitting in a little kid's house or doing something really, really random, and it just drops in people's news feeds and their cookies or whatever it is. I don't know. I'm not computer savvy, but that's how I try to get the houses out too. It's just a monthly thing where we push the properties, but I think if it stays in front of you and you see it enough that it brings interest.
yeah. All right. The next one is a home either passes or fails inspection.
True.
Kind of, I guess. I mean, no.
Oh yeah, I mean that is the most simplest way to say it. Yes.
Yeah.
There's maybe twice in my entire career where a house is completely passed the inspection perfectly.
Yeah.
It was never new construction. It was a house that's 20 years old, and the people just maintain it really
I mean,
well.
you don't get an inspection back and it says pass or fail on the top. Like,
No.
No.
Yeah, I mean, different inspectors do it differently. Where there's different levels of exception to what's going on. If the plumbing's okay, good, marginal, whatever. It's pick your battle.
Yeah.
You're buying a house. There's gonna be deferred costs. You're going to have to maintain it. Unfortunately, it's not an apartment where you call a dude just to fix it for free. Like.
Some agents, what they'll do is they'll like overpay for a house, and then they're like, oh, we'll get the inspection back, and we'll just we'll take off stuff off the thing. All of a sudden, and it needs a new roof. That's $30,000 less, or whatever it is, right? And I don't think that's a great strategy, right?
horrible
I
strategy.
think it's shady.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, we'll pay full price or whatever it is, and then all of a sudden you've got the inspection come back and they want like $10,000 for gutters.
Well, good for you.
Yeah.
No, it's got to be give and take. No matter what side of the deal you're on, everybody has to be some form of happy.
Yeah.
By the time you close it.
Yeah.
Sellers have to feel like they're selling it to the right people and they're getting a fair price. The buyers have to feel like they're getting a good price and they're excited to live there. If one of those two sides isn't exactly thrilled, it's not going to be a good transaction.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't understand why people get into deals and someone just needs to be like a complete
Douche.
insufferable prick.
Yeah, no, it's,
Yeah. What percentage of agents suck?
I'm not going to answer that. But
It's a high percentage.
it's disappointing. I will say the least. It's disappointing sometimes when people want to have a pissing contest or.
I've been doing this 45 years.
I don't give a shit. Like, good for you. That's not necessarily a good thing.
No.
Grow.
Unless you have evolved, like, you're not going to be successful.
Look, have fun with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you're that goddamn miserable doing this job, don't do this job.
Yeah, dude.
It's-
Why do you, like, if you're this miserable?
I've never seen a greeter at Walmart or Meijer or wherever not have a smile on their face.
They're
Go
happy,
do that.
Yeah. Jeez.
Like, maybe that's what you need to do to go be happy. I don't know, but there's nothing so damn miserable about this job. Like, it's you're helping people. You're doing something cool. You should make a pretty decent living doing it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it sucks, but like it's work.
Well, yeah, I mean,
like it, and that's not like the be all end all. And if it is, like you said, you shouldn't be doing it.
no,
If you hate it, don't do it.
I'm not going to go to a doctor who hates his life.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, dude. Like, I hate fucking sick people.
Yeah, like, great.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
I don't, I want Dr. House in all of my experiences going to the doctor. I want some dude who's going to mind fuck himself to like figure out what's going on with me.
Yeah.
And I expect
But
that.
he was a dick, though.
But he got the job done.
Yeah, true.
Chop
You
80
know.
Vicodin and just put you under the knife.
Yeah, I don't want that.
No. All right, weekends bring.
That was Dr. House.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
Weekend.
he was on like Oxy or something. Like
Oxycontin,
that.
yeah, snorting and everything. Weekend brings out the most serious buyers. You think the
No.
weekends are the best time?
I think it brings out buyers. Yes, I don't think it brings out the most serious buyers.
Yeah.
I'd say my busiest times are technically lunch times or after work.
Yeah. Yeah.
You do get the weekends where there's people who have jobs where they can't leave
Right.
and see stuff on the weekends. And I'll be honest, there's some weekdays that I can't go out in the evenings because my kids have something going on or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think it's 7 days a week. It depends, but most of the time, serious buyers are during the week.
Yeah.
I love when everything's done, right? Time to schedule a closing, and someone's like, well, I got to work. I'm like, bro, you work at Denny's.
Where the hell's the Denny's?
Take the day off. Like, come on.
Oh man. Yeah. I can't.
Like,
yeah. I
know,
can't
come
close
on.
because I'm working through. It's
I'm working. I'm
yeah,
like,
it's like you're buying a house, brother.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I think they'll
Literally
understand.
take some time.
Yeah.
No boss is gonna be like, no.
Take an hour.
No.
Go sign the
It's
paperwork. Yeah.
It's
It's
like,
good for your boss to let you go buy the house
'Cause now
because
you gotta
that
pay
means you're
for it.
literally invested in
I mean,
staying
I
here.
think in like matter of importance, it's like, having a baby, right? Or hospital issue, death in the family, and then buying a house. Like, those are 3 reasons you should always be able to get off work because people don't work like 9 p.m. I mean, they do, right?
Yeah.
But you can't like close a house and fund it at 9 p.m.
Some people are just very, very finicky. They just are like, I'm not doing it, man. Do it on my schedule. It's like, okay, man, we'll figure
And sometimes you have to accommodate those, and
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
It
you
happens.
do what
Yeah,
you got to
it
do.
happens.
On a
Yeah.
refi,
Because I
you know?
expect sometimes when I'm the consumer, some people got to accommodate my schedule.
it. Yeah.
So
Next one is number 9 is Zillow says, therefore it is. So
No.
the Zestimate on Zillow. A lot of people look at that and they're like, my house is worth $450,000.
cool.
Yeah, but I bought it for $220 and I've done no updates.
You did really well then, I guess.
Yeah, right.
I said this on a panel years ago, a Zillow panel, and it wasn't a fan favorite with Zillow, but Zillow to me is kind of like the Tinder. It's a good reference point, and you can swipe left, you can swipe right. I've never been on Tinder, by the way.
Yeah,
Just, that came out.
I just
but
way past
I got
that.
buddies of mine who've been on it.
I'm
and,
really
you know,
disappointed we didn't have that growing up.
it would have been interesting.
Yeah.
But at the same point, I guess we're lucky we didn't have social
Probably.
media
Yeah,
because
probably.
we got a
Yeah.
lot of,
Yeah.
But it's kind of like Tinder, where it's a good reference point of what this person is or what this house is. It doesn't necessarily mean it's exact.
Right.
What if that girl you see or that guy you see on Tinder has halitosis? That doesn't come through.
Just so everybody knows, halitosis is bad breath.
Diaper breath.
Sorry, haberdashery and halitosis.
Yeah. He's
two
from
H
the
words,
UP.
yeah.
He's from the
Diaper
UP, brother. Like,
well,
yeah.
But
Diaper breath.
Diaper
it's-
breath.
That's what we call it.
Jesus.
the house, maybe it is, maybe it's not, but that's, I can WebMD what my disease is.
Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do
Don't
that.
do
That's
that.
a
Next
bad
thing you
idea.
bad.
yeah, it's really bad.
I got some bad stuff every time I do
Yeah,
it.
it's like, I've got a headache. Oh my God, I've got cancer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not good.
I got a week to live, I guess.
No.
Yeah.
All right. Next one is it better to price a home on the? It is better to price a home on the high side as a seller can always come down.
No.
No. Why? Tell everybody why.
I don't think,
I mean, a lot of people think that this is the strategy that you should use, right?
No, it is. And a lot of sellers feel that way. I don't. I think that if a house is worth X, price it at X. Because you're going to get people going in there. Obviously, the dream situation is to have multiple offers for every single listing you have. It doesn't always happen, but if the house is worth X, the house is worth X. Most people out there and anybody who's represented by a good agent will be able to know, hey, the house is worth this. Like if it's a $300,000 house and it's listed at $350,000,
Right.
most people aren't even going to go bother seeing it.
They might play X plus one, right? Or X
Maybe
plus
X
two,
plus one
but not-
sometimes. Like if it's a $300,000 house,
But they're not going to pay Y.
listed
or
at
Z.
305, maybe 309.
Maybe 290 and get a lot of traffic.
Yeah, and sometimes that works. I did one a year ago where, I mean, we underpriced it by $5,000 and we sold it for 25,000 over.
Because it got movement,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. It's all about getting
If
the
you
eyes
list
on
it,
it.
list it too high, people are gonna be like, "Well, that seller's a greedy asshole."
And then what
I don't wanna go
happens is,
see that
but what
house.
happens is you got to do reduction, and
then
it
it
sits on
looks
the market
bad,
longer.
yeah.
You don't, it just ends
Then
up
people are
getting
like,
And
well, what's
just
wrong with the house?
because the comps and everything you can pull says a house is worth, say, $400,000, doesn't necessarily mean it's worth $400,000.
Well, it's so funny. Like with a refi, I mean, we got to guess, right? And we're not agents,
Yeah.
right? So it's like, hey, what do you think? Well, the one down the street. Okay.
Yeah.
What is it? Have you been in it? Yeah. They got, everything's updated. They got a 2-car garage, and well, their basement's finished, and they also have another room. It's like, that's not a comp. Dude.
Yeah, that's not your house.
Yeah.
So you try to compare apples to apples as much as possible, but sometimes you have to throw in a banana.
Right. Well, it's only 1,000 square foot bigger.
That's
not a
it.
big
It's
deal.
just, I mean,
That's
it's
all.
yeah, and it's got updated
That's
kitchen.
like a
and-
room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. All right. Well, when making an offer on a home, you need to start with a low offer.
No.
No.
What are you willing to pay?
Right.
Where's
Why
your
would you
comfort zone?
start with a low offer?
Because
if-
people
that's what
want
they used to do.
Yeah, people want to get a deal, and then we're gonna,
But if you make an offer and they're like, "Yeah, that's good," and they sign it, send it back, now it's a contract. Now you can't
I mean,
negotiate
you
that
can just
anymore.
tell, like, when you
Like,
talk to someone, like,
we're talking about the
their
buyer.
mindset.
Yeah, for the
right?
buyer.
Buyer making a low offer, like your house sold.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Wow, you are slow today.
It's all right.
I see what you're
But you can, like, when you talk to someone, right, like you talk to a buyer, you can tell if their parents who haven't bought a house in 30 years are in their ear.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Put
Yeah.
20% down,
Yeah.
and let's see how low we can get.
saying.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And you get that, and I get people want to make lowball offers, and I just say, look, I'll do it, but this is my gut
dude-
feeling of what's going to happen, and your offer might not even be reviewed.
Here's the deal, dude. If you want to buy a house, buy the house.
Yeah.
And if you need to borrow $10,000 more, it's about $45 more in payment.
Yeah, I don't go to the shirt store and negotiate and go, hey, this $100 shirt, I'm gonna give you $30 for it.
I did with a haberdasher.
Oh yeah, yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
That would be sweet if you could do that.
I know what.
Like, yeah, you're at
Yeah, these
Nordstrom's
are
and you're
like-
like, no, I don't
These
like
jeans
this.
are like way overpriced, bro. Look at the other jeans next to it.
My wife will go to TJ Maxx and see like a stain on a shirt and be like, oh, it's got a stain. They're like, okay, 10% off. I don't know why they have an accent, by the way.
Because they do.
The longer a home is on the market, the more negotiable the deal is.
Not necessarily.
No, huh?
No.
Why not?
Some of those higher priced homes, price is the price.
Yeah. And if they brought it down, they might have a mortgage they got to pay off. They can't go
Yeah.
down anymore, right?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes the seller does have a bottom dollar, and that bottom dollar is what the price is.
They're
and
not gonna
there's
sell
just
it
no
otherwise.
going.
Yeah,
You know,
there's some-
it is what it is.
Multiple price reductions mean the seller is desperate to sell.
Not necessarily.
No.
There's got to be corrections and things.
They might have gotten a new agent.
They might have got a new agent. The market might have fluctuated. They might have been a little optimistic at the beginning. There's a bunch of reasons. Just because the price dropped doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing.
Yeah. Would you say that it does get stale though if you keep seeing reductions and it's on the market for a long time?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that if you reduce the price, you should probably change some of the pictures around.
Like give it a fresh out.
Yeah,
fresh look,
freshen it
right?
up a little bit.
Yeah. Next one is multiple offers give the seller an advantage. I mean,
Yes.
Yeah. Why wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
this
it
is
gives them
stupid.
leverage, but it
What are they
doesn't.
saying?
All those offers could die.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what they're saying. They're saying basically, if you took the highest offer, then it might not work. So you wanna take the strongest offer.
There's so many factors. It's not necessarily price. I try to look at everything, and I know what was it last spring or the spring before where we had all those multiple offers and everything was selling drastically over.
Yeah, I bought a house in that environment.
That was good. That was
Yeah,
good.
I
Me too.
overpaid by a lot.
I bought my first house right before the market crashed, so I feel
Congrats
like,
on that.
But look at everything. If it's a cash buyer, yeah, cash is great, and you skip a lot of processes. But a lot of times, in my experiences, the cash buyer is going to sit there and go, I have cash.
I want a discount.
Do a backflip.
Yeah.
You know, do this for me.
And if
No.
someone's approved for a mortgage, it's the same thing. If they're actually approved.
If you're giving me $20, I don't give a shit how you give it to me.
Yeah.
All quarters, singles, 210s,
Yeah.
a 20. I don't care. It's $20.
IOUs are IOUs good?
No, they're not good.
Yeah, IOUs are
What is
good.
funny though is like, let's say an appraisal comes in low, right, and we'll get a call from the list. What is your appraiser smoking, right? And like, there's 5 other offers at full price or above. I'm
Doesn't matter. They still got to get appraisals, dude.
Yeah.
But it's not your
Dude,
appraiser. It's a third party.
yeah,
You don't
like,
It's not like a
Control
dude you pulled out of your pocket and go,
Well, and
go.
there are bad appraisals, but the
was
simple question is, well, show me the comps, right? Because I mean that's
Yeah.
what's going to happen. And do those offers have unconditional appraisal waivers? No.
Yeah.
Well, then you don't have shit.
Yeah. Well,
Or they'd be like, I'll send you comps, and they send you a bunch of listings.
rebuttal
aren't
it.
comps.
I mean, if you have to rebuttal it and you
can
have a good
rebuttal it,
argument,
yeah.
I think it's a good thing that, you know, both agents should want to rebuttal because one, the listing agent felt that it was worth that too.
Right.
And then the buyer's agent felt it was worth
Well, the
that.
worst thing that happens in that scenario
Well,
is
sometimes
the
they
buyer.
overbid and hope for a low appraisal, right?
That does happen.
Yeah. And the buyer's
But-
like, oh, we got the lower appraisal. Mine.
But if
that's
it's
it, no.
justifiable, rebuttal it. Just give it a shot. What's the worst that can happen? Nothing.
Yeah.
Right. No,
Yeah.
it's worth
No one
it.
dies.
As long as
Nobody
you
dies.
Yeah,
That
no one
sells
dies.
things.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to die, dude.
But give me some shit to give to the appraiser.
Yeah.
Well, look at all these listings down the street. I'm like,
Listings
bro,
aren't comps.
like, come on.
Yeah, don't send it as an, you know, send me PDF, send me something I can justifiably print out, give to someone.
I don't have the MLS.
There's an offer on this other house. It doesn't fucking matter. It's got to sell.
Oh, and one other thing, real quick, while we're on things that annoy us. If you're submitting an offer to an agent, don't just forward the AuthentiSign, click here to see the offer. Take like the 30 freaking seconds,
to
Print it
download
out.
the
save
PDF.
it,
Yeah.
and then attach it as a PDF and let me know what your offer is.
Yeah.
Not just randomly forward me an email because you're lazy. Like,
Yeah.
take time.
I get that sometimes. I'm like, hey, can you send me the PA? And I get
Here's
like
a dot loop.
link. I'm
Here's
like,
the
what is
dot
this,
loop
dude?
link. Who
Yeah, it
uses
doesn't do me any
dot
good.
loop? Thanks for the dot loop, dude.
Yeah.
Like, and
Yeah.
put the listing agent on the PA.
God
Some
damn
PAs
it,
suck.
bro.
I'm just
my
like,
God.
Like,
who
can,
is the
can
other
I just give a
agent?
suggestion to all agents out there? Make a cover sheet and give all the contact information. Let me know what title
Who
company
are
you
we
want to
using for
use.
title?
Yeah, what, like, give me all the shit I need to know, dude. Like, otherwise, I'm doing this. Hey, I need this, and you're like writing it down. So I'm just, if you don't do that, you should.
No, I don't do a cover sheet, but I do make sure that, you know, when I send it to the bank, I include in it, you know, our side title company. I make sure to include everything, and I let them know what I don't have. Like, if I don't have an addendum that I'm waiting on, or I
Perfect.
don't have a copy of the EMD yet, I don't have this yet, but you'll have it. But literally, here's the listing ticket, purchase agreement, everything that goes with it.
You communicate?
Bam.
You communicate at a high level?
It's weird.
I feel like
It is kind of weird, actually.
It's weird.
Like I
So
feel like
not normal.
It would almost be good for us to just order title who we want to order it through,
And just
without
fuck
being
people?
told.
Yeah, be
Just,
like-
oh, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
fuck your title, dude.
Yeah, you should have let me know.
All right, we got a few more minutes.
Yeah,
Last
that's,
one.
then it's a pain in the ass.
All the minutes.
Yeah, last one is all agents are the same.
I mean,
I
they
mean,
all,
that's what a...
What a
I mean, that's
dumbass
what's-
all
question.
people are the same.
Dumb. Yeah. I don't know who wrote this. I'm gonna check.
No, everyone's different. Everyone does things their own way. And
Kara Amir from Inman. If you're listening, some of these were dumb.
That was stupid.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
I don't think it was
stupid,
bad. I
Bobby.
mean, no, I
That
think
last
all
question
agents are
was
the
stupid.
same in
Yeah,
that
that was
they
stupid.
know about houses.
Yeah.
All agent. I mean, I guess you might. To her point, right? I'm sure there's someone's dad chirping. All agents are the same.
Yeah, they're
gonna
not
pay
worth. They're a
3%
dime a
regardless.
dozen. And blah blah. Look, I'm going to tell everybody right now. There's a big difference between really good agents and every other agent. Like there's the spread is really big, right? I honestly think like the top 10% of agents are probably proficient, and the other 90% suck.
I think that if the agent's selling the house because they need the paycheck from the house selling, they're in the wrong job.
Yeah. Exactly. And I'll also tell you that just because they're a young agent or new in the game doesn't mean they suck.
No,
I want to see a seller go to at a listing appointment and be like, I want to see your bank account because I want to see if you're dependent on this house selling or not.
Oh, bro, could you imagine if you had to give W-2s and bank statements or give your tax returns to a client to get?
Are you doing this because you love my house and want to sell it, or are you doing it because you need a paycheck?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and
Well, everybody needs a paycheck. I mean, you want. I almost want.
you want the
some- yeah, I
paycheck,
want
but that's
that.
the last part of the transaction.
Right.
Yeah.
My
If you-
getting
if it-
paid
if it's
should
your
have
focus.
zero basis on them buying a house.
Your
Right.
paycheck should be like a good consequence of doing a good job.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
I
It
don't
shouldn't be
go-
the primary motivator, right?
You know, go back to the doctor thing earlier. I don't go to the doctor so they can tell me I have a disease that
lupus.
company that has the medicine that fixes it
Oh yeah.
is giving them kickback.
You need Zoloft. You need, you need Adderall.
You don't go to the
need,
doctor for that.
Yeah, you need Viagra. You're like, dude, I'm 35. I don't need Viagra. I get a boner all the
And
time.
I'm not getting. I'm not going to get LASIK surgery in the back of the Chinese food
I
restaurant.
was going to do it in the parking lot here.
Oh, come on, I'm back. We have soup too. All right, so we are
You
running
might
out
if
of
you're
time.
young and dumb.
Young and dumb. We're all young and dumb.
I mean, I'm old.
So now we're gonna do 3 questions. We're almost done. It went by really fast today, Michael T. Moore. So we appreciate you.
We'll do
being
this
on.
again next week, right?
Yeah, every week you're on now. You're a staple. So first question we ask everybody is, what scares Michael T. Moore?
I don't like spiders, and I don't like the drain in the shower.
The drain in the shower.
Do you have
Whoa,
sick,
whoa.
Yeah, we
twisted
gotta talk
thoughts
about this.
of these spiders coming out of the drain?
No,
The
not
centipede
no,
mother-
because
You
it's
Scared
wrong.
you're gonna get sucked
No, when I
into
was
the
a
drain?
kid, my brother used to tell me that, like, and I'm a grown ass man. I know this isn't real. I do, but it's in my head. Like, sharks and fish and snakes and all this shit will come up through the drain. They used to tell me that. So, like, I don't even like sitting in a tub anymore full of water. Plus, it's gross. I mean,
You're sitting in your own filth.
yeah, it's
people
nasty,
don't get that,
but,
right?
Yeah, so
I'll tell you what. There was a point in my life where I didn't like sitting on the toilet because I thought a snake would come up and bite my ass.
well, you watch YouTube while you're taking a dump. I mean, yeah, you're gonna see that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I try not. I cringe when I touch the drain in the shower.
It bothers you.
It does.
It bugs you. Yeah.
Like when
I
your
was-
toe hits it or something?
I was.
Yeah, like if my foot's on it, I'm like,
Like when you're in a
In my
hotel and the drain's like
bathroom,
real big in the
I
middle.
was-
Does that bug you?
I was in my bathroom like last year, and I opened the shower curtain. It's a tub, right? And a fucking centipede.
Those
that was
centipedes are
huge came out of the
gross,
drain, dude.
dude.
And I was like,
It's like
see, it kind of makes sense now. You're all gonna be looking at the drain.
Is a centipede an insect? Because it's got thousands of
I
legs.
don't know.
It's gotta be an insect.
Come
What else
on,
would it
bro.
be?
Insects have
dude?
6 legs. That's the
I'm a broker.
definition.
I'm not a bug guy.
Insects, that's not a thing about
sorry,
insects
man.
having
All
6
insects have
legs.
6 legs.
False.
Google it.
I'm going to. That is not.
It is a
accurate
thing.
at
I
all.
don't know.
all right.
Maybe some of those
Not
legs are
accurate.
fake.
I don't fuck with spiders either.
Yeah,
no,
no,
Sal and I know. Like we are
I
not
had a
ghost
boat
spiders.
on Lake St. Clair, and this guy wouldn't even get in it.
I would-
Lake
dude,
spiders are the worst.
Bro,
Yeah.
these things were like had heartbeats and like
Yeah.
were breathing like
They're out for you.
Yeah, dude.
It was
Fuck-
tough.
Fuck that. All right. So if you could spend a week in somebody else's body, who would it be and why?
Ugh. I have no idea.
Well, I mean, you got to pick one. That's not how the
Jennifer
that's
Love Hewitt, 99.
Wow.
Yeah.
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 Can't hardly wait.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
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 Amanda.
Amanda.
Yeah.
God. Yeah.
No, I don't. You know, I
And
I don't
It's the
know.
best question, best answer ever. No, you answered it. You fuck. That's
Yeah.
it. It's over. Next question would be, anybody got one that want to try their hand at? Sal, you got one?
I don't know, the desert island.
Okay. If you were stranded on a deserted island,
Okay.
if you had to bring one item,
Yeah.
only one item, what would it be and why? And it can't be a boat or a way to get off the island.
a satellite phone.
Where did all these? God damn it! These questions are getting like. Have you been watching the show?
I don't watch it. No, I mean I got other shit to do besides.
You're like, dude, I listened to like 2 minutes of a show.
Yeah, I listen to it in the car while
Yeah,
I'm driving.
yeah.
You know,
Satellite phone.
Yeah.
I mean, can't you? Just
I don't know though. Like, let's say you can't get off the island.
all right, then fine. Here's another thing I'll bring. I'll bring a Scoutmaster.
You can't bring another human.
Well,
Why?
you said I
That
can
was
bring
not-
anything.
that was
yeah,
not a
you just-
caveat.
Right, you said I can't bring a
I'm
boat
not
or
using
way to
this
get off the
question
island.
anymore.
Your caveats
I'm
were
done with the
you
question.
can't bring a boat or whatever the fuck.
If
else
you could
said.
live in one other country in the world, what would it be,
Ooh, that's
and
a
why?
good- I guess that's a really good question. Maybe England, just because.
You could speak the language, dude. That's so
Yeah.
lame. That's the
but here's the
lamest
thing.
fucking
So if you
answer
go,
of all time.
no, because a lot of the Caribbean islands and things like that, I mean, they're not as civilized as what we're used to. And yeah, like we were in St. Martin a couple
Have you ever
weeks
been
ago.
to London, dude?
Spiders,
They're not
bro.
exactly civilized in London either, brother.
My teeth are better than theirs. It's fine. No,
Oi, oi,
you
oi.
go to these islands and it's not the creature comforts of what we're used to. And yeah, I like going to those nice warm places. They're great. But at the same time, I don't think honestly I could live there because you're missing a lot of things that you're used to. Like
YouTube.
yeah, I mean,
they
like
have
legit, you can't even do
Like,
that. I
like
can't.
flushing toilet paper down the toilet.
That's the weirdest
But
thing.
you
about-
could do that there.
when-
I mean,
when-
like, I
when
don't
you
know
go
where
to-
you're staying, but like
when you
my
go to
I went to
toilet-
Costa Rica and they're like got like a little garbage can next.
Greece
to
is
the
the same
toilet.
way.
I'm
They're like, do not flush your
gross,
shit. They're not allowed to when you're in Greece.
Like,
you gotta wipe your
bucket?
you gotta
Gross.
wipe your butt and put it in the bucket. There's a poop bucket of poopy fucking.
I would completely pour that in the back seat of someone's car, dude.
You are
So basically, I don't want to go to Costa Rica and I don't want to go to Greece.
Sal? The waste basket.
Sounds a sick fuck.
Jesus Christ, man.
All right.
This show has gone off the rails. Well, listen, man, I really appreciate you doing the show. You've been a great personality.
I appreciate it.
I really didn't expect much, but you performed well. Yeah.
I'd like to keep expectations low.
Very low, yeah.
And shout out to Nick. I was supposed to say hi to Nick.
Who's
so-
Nick?
Nick Pinozzi.
Nick Panozzi.
Yeah.
Oh, that piece of shit.
Yeah.
I love Nick. Now Nick is awesome. He's a good
He's got
friend
a
there.
glorious beard.
He does have a good beard.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys are about the same height, huh?
What? No, I think he's taller.
Just a little.
Listen, Mike, tell the audience how they can get a hold of you, man.
You can look me up on Facebook. Just include the T, or my cell phone number is 248. What is it? 670-1665. I forget my phone number sometimes.
Whoa, bro.
I don't call myself ever.
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah, or just email me, michael@michaeltgroup.com, or just stop by my house.
Google your house.
Yeah.
Well, listen,
Preferably around dinner time, 4:30, 5 o'clock.
Yeah, like 4:30 is when we start getting ready. Latest.
what
usually
time does
it's
a
tables, like,
HelloFresh get delivered every day?
No, it comes on Tuesdays whenever UPS decides to show up.
Perfect. So Tuesdays, if everybody wants free food, go to his house and grab that package.
Do
You'll
you guys
get
think
it.
phone numbers won't exist at some point? Like you'll have like
No, they'll always exist, man.
like hey,
What do you mean?
I do miss having a pager.
well,
I had the
like,
best pager number back in the day too.
Really?
hey, I'll
Yeah.
call you through like Facebook Messenger. It's like clearly you, right? Like a
Remember
Venmo.
using a payphone?
Yeah.
Getting a
Oh,
page
it's like
and then
not
having to go.
so you can't just randomly call someone
we'll
like
table
dial
this
10
conversation.
digits.
Yeah.
I'd go to a house for a showing.
That's
If I see a
interesting.
phone on the wall, every single time I pick it up to see if it's real.
Yeah, like with like a wired phone,
Yeah.
like the yellow boy with a 30-foot cord.
And I get young clients who have no idea what the hell it is.
They
Like
have
the-
no idea.
yeah.
Yeah, try to give them a cassette tape. All right, guys, we are good to go. Thank you for listening. Another episode in the books. Be on the lookout. We're going to be doing a Inside Real Estate award ceremony here at
What did you
Startup-
win?
No. You 8 clients will win. I mean 8 clients. Our guests are going to be there. You're going to be invited to a big award show.
What day?
It's going to be Thursday, May 7th.
Okay.
Matt Ishby is going to be talking at it.
Okay.
It'll be a good little event. You've got to come.
I'll clear
If
my
you-
schedule.
If you don't come, we're not airing the fucking show.
Okay, fair.
All right, guys. Have a good week. We'll see you guys next week.
You've been listening to Inside Real Estate, the nation's top real estate podcast. Don't forget to follow us at irepodcast.com and everywhere where podcasts are available.